What's the crack, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Cards everywhere here. Today we're just going to grind out a few games in rank 6. Hopefully we can get to 5 using the Cephaloplant deck that I showcased earlier in the week. So we'll just jump straight in. So how's everybody else been doing this week? Have you got any new or interesting decks? For the most part, I've just seen the usual folio Statue of Liberty decks. They are quite powerful and I do struggle against them with this deck. But I still have beaten a few of them. So it just depends on the luck of the draw, really. So hopefully we can get a few wins here. And we'll move on to rank 5. I have no decks currently lined up for the rest of the week, but I'm sure I'll come up with something. Maybe something to do with the feudal Japan. But for now, we'll just keep going and see what we get. Right, here we go, our first game. We'll say hello. I'm not too sure if this is a real opponent or not. So we'll go with Hibiscus and the Arthropelura. So we got some good hits there with Arthropelura. So we are behind from the start here, but we can use the light tops for our benefit here. We'll put that in the third slot and we'll get the permanent increases around first. So it looks like we probably won't be winning this round unless we draw Door to Hell now. And even then, I'm not sure if we will. I think I'll just go with some boosting cards, since I don't think we'll be winning this round. So we lose round 1, but I'm still confident we can beat this Right Stuff deck. It is something quite interesting. If it is a bot, I've never seen a bot play this deck. So we got pretty bad timing on the Door to Hell there. Yeah, I'll play the Caribbean Reef Octopus for 4:30 start. If everything goes to plan, we will draw roses on the last turn of next round. So that will give us the arena bonus, and it will make stronger for the 5th round if we need it. So we go Chupacabra and Attenborosaurus. And next turn we'll play the Great Dying. And we have our General Sherman for next round as well. I'll try and save that. So there is Flapjack Octopus. I think I will play the Hibiscus. I'd rather not, but I do want to win this turn. There we go, 3:30. It is enough to win the round. Unfortunately, we'll be missing out on a little bit of Hibiscus, but it is permanent boosts that it gives, so it's still not too bad to rotate it around. There is the Colossal Squid for the permanent boost. I play the General Sherman and the Arthropelura as well, just to hit some cards. Hopefully Sherman and Arthropelura will be enough to devastate him this round. And we should be able to safely play Great Dying this round now. So we got the Great Flood, the Blue Ringed Octopus, and I'll play the Great Dying now. Yeah. So the opponent did catch up a bit, but we do have Lithops and Persian. And they'll all be getting a permanent big boost now. And there's our Door to Hell as well, just to finish it off. So we go the Persian, the Roses, and the Lithops for a 737. I'd say it's overkill, but I do want to rotate them around for the final round if we need them. Which we might. As we do have some paleontology cards coming around now, and our cards are burning in hand, so I'm still not sure if we can win this round. So we'll play Door to Hell, the Giant Pacific Octopus, and we'll get the Statue of Liberty out just to get the boosts to everything. So we were pretty much able to keep up with just one card that turn. So that does bode quite well for us this round. So we go with the Flakjack Octopus, the Caribbean Reef, and the Chupacabra for a 524. It's enough to get us slightly in the lead, so we'll see what we draw here. If it's nothing too good, I'll hold back. I would say that's not too good. So I'm going to play all the paleontology stuff. We'll give up on this round, and we'll go for the last round. I think with the Arthur Plura and the General Sherman, we will be able to take the next round fairly handily. So here we go. We got the General Sherman, the Blue Ringed Octopus, and we'll play the Great Flood just for the boosts. So he did pretty much counteract our Sherman with Identity Theft that turn, but most of the cards in his deck are affected by General Sherman. So I think we will have this round fairly easily. There's our Roses. So another 723 turn. And we should also draw our Door to Hell now as well. So we'll be able to get a final big hand in. So we go with the best hand I can for a 643. Plenty enough to get the win. So it was a bit of a longer game, but we did get the win in the end. So we'll go for another one. We might be able to squeeze 3 in. We'll see how we're doing on time. So we'll go straight into another game. We'll see if we play anything interesting again. Hopefully we get a real opponent, so I can see some of the other decks running around this week. And hopefully not another Statue of Liberty deck. Not that I mind the Statue of Liberty, I'm just getting a bit tired of seeing it. I played it plenty myself, and it is a very good deck. But I do think it's in need of a bit of a nerf, just to stop it flooding the meta all the time. And maybe reduce the power of Magna Carta as well for the Beowulf decks. Beowulf itself is a great card. I don't think they should tinker with that now. But the Magna Carta making everything -2 energy is very, very strong. So here we go. So we get the Door to Hell at the start of the game. So we're going to go Door to Hell, the Great Flood, and we get blue ringed around just for the permanent boost. It does look to be another Bosch, but we'll say hello anyway. So I'm not sure what kind of deck this one is, but we'll get the Flapjack around with the Colossal Squid and the Cambrian Explosion for a 1/1/8. So we might lose this first round, but that's also okay. So we go with the Roses, the Giant Pacific Octopus, and I think we'll go with the Attenborosaurus. No, we'll save that for next round. No, I'll play it this round for a 2/92. So it does seem to be some sort of feudal Japan deck with some other cards in it. So maybe it's just because he had the arena that he was able to get so far ahead of us there. But we'll wait and see. So I think I'll get the Caribbean Reef, the General Sherman, and the Statue of Liberty for a 3/2/2. And then I think with Arthur Plura next turn will be enough to get us ahead in this round. There's the Great Dying. So I'm going to play Arthur Plura with the Hibiscus and the Lithops. So we did get some good hits there with the Arthur Plura. So that puts us back in the lead. And there's the Door to Hell again. So we're going to play the Persian, the Chupacabra, and the Great Dying for a 4/64. And that's a permanent 18 boost to all of our Oceans and Seas and Life on Land cards. So we get the Door to Hell back around with the Great Flood and the Flapjack Octopus for a 2/6/6 start. Not super strong, but we did avoid a little bit of damage from the Grim Reaper by playing Door to Hell now. So I'm going to play a full Oceans hand for a 6/73. That should be enough to get us into the lead. Unfortunately, he had the identity theft, so he was able to maintain his lead, but we're only behind by a couple of points. So I think a half decent draw here will do it. So we have the Caribbean Reef, the Statue of Liberty. I suppose I'll play the Attenborosaurus as well for a 2/98. Unfortunately, not enough. But we do have the arena for the plants next turn. So there's our Hibiscus. I play the General Sherman in front and the Cambrian on the right. So we were able to get the lead on this round. So I'll play a big hand just so I can play Entrepreneur to get it out of my hand. And that will pretty much solidify our win for this round. Unfortunately, we will draw Door to Hell now. But that's okay. I'll just play my weakest hand. And he played the Great Dying to get a permanent boost to everything again. And I think the Great Dying will be enough to get us through this next round. And in conjunction with the Great Flood, everything will be getting big boosts. And we have the arena bonus for our Cephalopods coming around now as well. There they are. So I'm just going to go for the big turn right now for a 901. The blue ringed octopus gets its boosts to our other cards as well, since it matches the arena. So with a 520 lead, I don't see us losing this game. So we're going to go with the rest of the octopuses and Persian. So definitely a strong hand from the opponent, but ours was that bit better. So we have a 700 lead, so we could probably play nothing and we'd still win the game. But that's not worth the risk. So we'll just play a big hand again for a 411. And there's the win again. So I think we do have time for one more game, so I'll give it a try. Hopefully we get a real opponent this time. But I don't mind the bots too much, since they are fairly easy wins. Right. So is anybody struggling this week? It's still early days, so I'm sure we'll find something very good later on in the week. I've been messing around with a plant deck for a long time, but again, it wasn't too useful this week. I just don't think they have the potential yet for big plays. But I would be interested in looking into the Feudal Japan deck. And what's the other main arena? The Crustaceans. I think the Crustaceans still need a little bit of a boost to get competitive. They're okay as splashable cards, but as a full deck, it's not really worth it. So it looks like we got another bot again. So I guess we don't have to worry too much. So we get the Persian around. The Attenborough-saurus. I'll play the Giant Pacific for a 186 start. So it is another Statue of Liberty deck. Luckily it's being played by a bot, so we might have a chance. So there's our Hibiscus. So we'll get that around with the Cambrian Explosion and Chupacabra. So unfortunately some big plays from the opponent there. So I don't know if we can make a comeback here. But we did get our Lithops. So we get that around with the Great Flood and the Flapjack Octopus for a 381. Luckily the opponent's hand was locked, So that did give us the opportunity to come back here and win. And this round we should get our Door to Hell as well. So we get Blue Ringed Octopus and the Caribbean Reef Octopus around. With the General Sherman, I think will be enough for this round. So I might hold off on the Great Dying to play a few more paleontology cards this round. There's our Door to Hell. So we go with Colossal Squid, Statue of Liberty, and the Arthur Pelura for a 4/7/1. And the Arthur Pelura is doing a little bit of work for us as well. So that will give us a solid lead and give me some room to play more paleontology stuff if we draw it this round. We did not. So we're going to go Persian, the Roses, and the Great Dying for a 2/62. A pretty good hand from the opponent, but his chronographic gun hit the wrong card. And that's a nice little permanent boost to our Roses card when we come around again, although we might not need it. So here we go into round 3. So we go Door to Hell, Hibiscus, and the Attenborough. So we're only a little bit behind, but I do think we are more than capable of coming back now. And there's the Great Flood. So we get Great Flood, the Giant Pacific Octopus, and the Lithops out. So that is most definitely a bot. Nobody would ever play their cards in that order, unless they were trying to lose. But I'll take the easy victory while I have it. And we'll just go for the big plays here. For a 5/88, should be enough to get us the win. More than enough. Right, so there we have it, folks. 3 wins in a row. Unfortunately, they were all against bots, but wins are wins, and I'm another rank higher now. So if you did enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you feel the need to say anything. Other than that, I'll catch you later in the week with some more deck profiles. Cards everywhere, out.